Alright, boys and girls, this is going to be the last letter that we're going to go over this week, and then again tomorrow will be your practice day to finish up whatever pages you have not had a chance to finish, and then also practice some of your lettering on the page that you're given. Okay, so let's get started with our letter O. Again, notice, look for the 1. So you'll see we're going to be starting at the very top up here at the top line, coming down around, making a circle. Go back up to where we started and then come through making a loop and finishing at the top line. So starting at 1, we come around, making a good circle. Make sure you touch that baseline with it and then loop out. Again, starting at the top line, come all the way down, circling to the baseline, up, and add a tail. So let's get your pencil. Starting at the top. Circle, set it down, back up, loop. Little tail inside there. Down to the baseline, up, and loop. Now your loop size may change. You may have a bigger loop one day and a skinnier loop on another. Sometimes my O's can be skinnier and sometimes a little bigger. Okay, again, I think just so you've got the basic shape there, you're okay. You get at least one more on this row. Right there. Let's get the highlighter, trace right here. And right here. Let's add a few more on this next row. So down from the top line, set it down on that baseline, back up, loop. Down to the baseline, back up to the top line, and loop. Got a little tail inside there. Again, making sure it sits down on that baseline, but it's also touching that top line. This is real good hand control to make sure you make those letters do what they're supposed to. Don't just let your hand draw all over the place. You've got to have good hand control. That's why a lot of you will have sore fingers or sore wrists, because again, you've got to build your hand muscles in order to do this writing. It's challenging your hands in a lot of ways that you've not been challenged before. Alright, let's again use the highlighter, and you'll notice here we have words like October, Opal, Oklahoma, and Ohio. Okay, so let's get started with the month October. Starts with a capital O. Here's a C, T, O, B, E, R. October. And again, boys and girls, I really hope you are sounding out words as you're writing them. It really helps you with your spelling, making sure you're getting all the letters that make the sounds. Also making sure that you are listening to words correctly. If you've never heard the word correctly, then you're never going to be able to spell it correctly. So again, writing requires good listening skills in words and being able to spell them. All right, here's opal. Opal. And there's A's third sound. Several years ago, there was a hurricane that came through the state of Alabama called Opal. And it actually made it up past Montgomery into more of the northern part of the state and did some damage up towards Tallahassee, which is where my husband and I were living at the time. That was Opal, Hurricane Opal. Knocked down several trees up there. All right, here's Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a state. The K, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Right, O, K, La, Home, Oklahoma. Now notice home is not spelled H-O-M-E in this word. So that's kind of tricky. It's actually the O making its second sound, but it doesn't have the E doing it. There's actually an A there at the end. Oklahoma. All right, then we have Ohio. It's another state. And notice how the O is not connecting to these next letters. They're starting on that base line, so we're not connecting those. Ohio. And notice the I makes its second sound, and the O is making its second sound all by itself. Ohio. Okay, here's O. I. O. Ohio. All right. Now let's finish up with the lowercase o. It starts at the 1, goes around, making that O shape and a tail. Notice it's not creating a loop inside there though. Now to me, if you do have a loop, I'm okay with that because actually sometimes when I'm drawing in cursive, I will add a loop. It just seems to come naturally to me doing that. But you don't have to. Just make sure you're getting that O and finishing out that line that comes out at the top, because again that's going to join another letter there. So we have to have a way of coming out from the O and joining to our next letter. Okay, making sure we're touching that dash line and that base line. Okay, one more time with the highlighter in this row before we get to the end. Okay, starting at that dash line, set it on the baseline. Dash line to baseline. Dash line to baseline, making a circular shape. Last one. Okay, here we have smooth, onion, room, and opinion. We've had this word before. It's the opposite of facts. Opinion. Okay, so here we have smooth. Smooth. Meaning it's not rough. Smooth. Smooth. Okay, onion, on, onion, onion. Sounds kind of strange when you sound it out, but again, if you're listening, hopefully you can hear. If you're saying onion, and you're reading a sentence that said he cut an onion, and it made him cry, well, hopefully you know that's the word onion, because that really does happen when you cut onions. You get too many of them cut, that stinging scent comes up to your eyes and makes them water. You start feeling like you're crying. Stings your eyes. All right, so here we have So and then opinion. 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 And a loop there. Okay? Now, down at the bottom, of course, as always, you usually have a couple of sentences. This is Olga. That's how you would say that name. Olga cooked an onion for Otto. Those are some old names there. You don't really see those names much now. Orson, that's another old name. Orson took one book for Oriole. All right, so very interesting name choices there. And then, of course, there's extra practice for your O's at the very bottom to finish up. And again, if you don't get a chance to do that today, you can finish those up tomorrow on Friday for getting everything caught up in your handwriting workbooks.